When I was 9 years old, my dad joined a hunt club in Florida. And he didn't realize it until he got ready to hunt. They had a meeting and they said that women weren't allowed. Well, when he got ready to go take my brothers hunting, I came down and I said, I want to go. And he said, I'm sorry, but I didn't know, but I can't take you until Thanksgiving. And I said, I went upstairs and I was boo-hooing. And my dad came up with my mom and he sat down and he said, do you want to hunt that bad? And I said, yes, I do. And he said, okay, well, here's what we'll do. He said, you follow my directions and I'll take you hunting. I had real short hair. He said, I don't want you smiling at anybody and I want you to stay in the truck. He called me Harvey. So I was his son, Harvey, for about 3 years. Eventually, I was discovered. Nature breaks aren't the same for boys and girls. And a couple of guys confronted Dad at base camp one afternoon. They kind of had smiles on their face. He said, Mr. Randall, my son thinks your son, Harvey, is really cute when he smiles at him. And Dad said, well, that's not abnormal. And he said, look, we know that she's a girl, that Harvey's a girl. They decided that, we just didn't think about asking our daughters or taking our daughters. And there were 3 daughters that came the next season. I think if you don't try to compete, if you're all there for the same reason, to hunt and to have an experience in God's creation, it doesn't matter whether you're big, little, man or woman, we all can be better people just for spending time outdoors. I started photographing because my dad did. When I met Ron Jolly at NWTF in '96, he was videoing for Primos. And we ended up in a World War end courtship, and it was during turkey season, so there wasn't much sleep being had. When we got married, he taught me how to run one of these beta cams. I liked still photography the best. If you can hunt, you can photograph. Photographing is just recycled hunting. God made the turkey gobbler one of the most fantastic pieces of eye candy. You just never get tired of looking at them. But that hen, to me, is just as beautiful in her own way, but she has such a huge burden to get her nest laid, protected, incubated, hatched off, brooded. There's 3 months out of her life that she is so vulnerable. Motherhood is the hardest job you'll ever have. That's kind of how I relate to them, is I know it's a hard job. In 1995, Dad and I went over to International Paper and bought about 10,000 seedlings, loblollies, and brought them back, and Dad measured out the lines on all of them, and planting was in his blood. We made a point of planting dogwoods and things that were wildlife friendly. How can we help? What can we do on our level? What can we do on our land? Turkeys for Tomorrow is opening a lot of eyes. You've got biologists, you've got hunters, you've got professional people, you've got industry people. Everybody is really focusing on what can we do for these hens. Get involved and meet other people. You'd be surprised, there may be some volunteer work that you can do. If you can help a neighbor who has land that needs help to manage for hens and helping their turkeys and all, you can do predator control if you want to help somebody trap. If you have some money to donate toward these research projects, an organization like Turkeys for Tomorrow has a list of where all that money goes to. It's going to research.
What used to be a challenge and now has become an opportunity.
And giving thanks for what God put here for us. I mean, we need to leave it better and help what's here that He made for us. He says right in the Bible to, have dominion over the wild creatures, and that's conservation. That's what we're here for, is to to appreciate it and to share it with others and leave it better than you found it. I can remember the one hunter saying, you know, I never thought about asking my daughters if they'd like to go. Well, a lot of hunters just don't think about the hen. They deserve a tip of the hat and all that we can do for them. They need help, and we're all capable of helping.